I must find the key.
遅くなったね、ヒメル。
A mythical realm captured by the pen of a daring explorer. Like an eternal scroll buried deep within the golden sands. Quietly suspended at the edge of time. Clad in golden veils. Bathed in the gods' blessings. The feathers of Mott descend from the heavens, weighing the sins of departed souls. The field of reeds sways with the breeze. Their ancient hymns echoing through the ages. Whispering of the endless cycle of life and immortality.
The smiles, but they don't show a heart that's bruised, the mind below. Cream some tears on paper skies. In this world, I wear disguise. Strange now, come out and see. The tallest nest, but not for me. In silence, in my secret grove.
Such a beautiful night. Lonely little birds. Would you care for a story? Once upon a time, a family lived in harmony and joy. But as desire consumed reason, their world was changed forever. In the cruel grip of hopelessness, the moon heard their withering prayer.
IVA.
And so the moonlight touched their souls, heralding a glorious rebirth. Beware.
Oh.
$400. Ooh.
That.
Choose. Will number the total the auto here.
Yes, so this is the new challenger mode called the Demon. Playing the whole day, meaning T1VN's Hunter will be playing the whole time against Sky Survivors, no changing fractions, and it will be the best of threes.
Yes, and during this tournament, the top 4 hunters will not be allowed, which means Goatman, Hullabaloo, Ivy, and Opera Singer are off the table. However, all newly released characters will be allowed. So Peddler, we did see Peddler was part of that wheel of selection. Meteorologist was used as well. We haven't seen Archer, and we did see a bit of Escapologist. So they will be all on the table for the survivors and hunters to use. And during this event, if the QS and Lanternus are released, they will also be allowed to use.
And the interesting part of this tournament is there are no ban picks and no survivor picks. It will be completely random. So how will the characters be decided? It will be decided through the spinning wheel.
And for the survivor side, the wheel will be spun 4 times, and non-overlapping survivors will be chosen. And those 4 characters are the only options for the survivor side. Survivors will have to decide which player will be piloting which character. And in the next match, when the wheel is spun again, survivor characters played from the previous match are allowed.
Yes, and on the hunter side, the wheel will be spun until no overlapping 5 characters are chosen. The hunter can choose from one of the 5 options. In the next match, the wheel will be spun again. The 5 characters from the previous round will not be allowed, and no overlapping 5 new characters will be chosen.
And the maps will be decided with a coin flip. All maps are allowed in this tournament, meaning Darkwoods, the racecourse track, the Krayberg racecourse track, White Sand Street Asylum, which was the first map we played at last week, and the Golden Cave are going to be available for use.
As mentioned before, it is the best of 3. Whichever faction wins 2 games is the winner and gets the prize of $200 for their team. If there's a tie, there will be a game 3. If there is a tie for game 3, the total points will determine the winner. If the total points are the same, the Hunters faction will be the automatic winner since they are the Demon King.
Yes, and if you guys tuned in the last week, it was Sky's Hunter Jyla to win the entire thing with a breaking wheel. Who predicted that? Oh, yes, this guy. This guy predicted the breaking wheel in a map that wasn't even supposed to be a breaking wheel-sided map. So, I mean, the only thing we can say is that it's going to be hard to predict what these survivors and hunters will be doing, and our conventional Identity 5 tournament logic might be thrown out the window. So, going to be Sky Survivors Yuki, Mini Blue Panda, and Kuga, while T1VN NTT, shoutouts to him, and ECK for the hunter side. So they can kind of do a swap depending on who's going to hunt first. But how are you feeling since last week, Gummy?
I'm feeling pretty lucky. I think I will be able to have the actual lead this time.
Wow, the actual lead. Okay.
I'm going to be more creative with my picks. I'm going to take more risks. It's all about taking risks. And yeah, I'm very excited to see the survivors that will be playing. There are the survivors we saw a lot during KOA 8.
Yes.
And if we do introduce them in a little more depth, we see Yuki and Panda are from Sky, and they made it all the way to the group
stage, or the playoff.
Yeah,
The group stage, like towards the end of the group stage.
Right.
So we are going to introduce the team once again, and we're going to say hi to each and every one of you that's joining us in the chat. I know there's a lot of love from Vietnam, because your boy NTT, shout out to NTT, he's actually in chat right now. Thien Lee's here as well. Oh, hi. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. And Akiera Rian, hopefully I said your names correctly. But send all your love and support to T1BN if you guys are supporting Sky Survivors. Do send them that as well. We're going to switch to the Survivor side, so we're going to introduce them right now, Gummy.
Yeah, so as mentioned before, we have Yuki and Panda, previous Sky members. We have Mini Blue and Kuga, who are previous members from FT. They made it all the way to the playoff stage for KOA 8. So we have lots of high-tier players. I'm very excited to see unconventional plays. I hope to see more different characters from the last match. Yeah, what are your thoughts?
So we've seen these survivors play at the highest levels, but their drafting was on point. So will the luck of the luck of the draw be with them tonight? Because we were saying like, oh, this is going to be a little hard because this is a KOA survivor team, but they will be going up against Vietnam's finest. Hopefully it'll be in T1VN side as we introduce the hunters on T1VN.
Yeah, and as we've already mentioned, it will be NTT. It does look like he does like playing the Feaster, and we.
I wonder who told you that. I wonder. That's a very astute insight there, Gummy.
Definitely not heard by Poch. I definitely did my own research.
Sure you did.
And we have ECK here with the Evil Reptilians. So non-meta hunters have been chosen for their introduction. I guess ECK likes Evil Reptilian?
Well, that's the thing. We're not even sure if these characters or these hunters are going to be chosen or even be in the wheelhouse, depending on how the luck of the draw goes. So hopefully we'll see some feasters or some evil reptilians make it to the mix to see if they will be using them. But we are going to get to the spins in just a bit. But When it comes to the survivors, Gummy, which survivors are you looking forward to seeing? Since we aren't going to predict survivors, we're going to be predicting hunters. But what survivors do you want to see?
Right, I would really like to see a Mind's Eye. I really want to see how high tier players play Mind's Eye and how they overcome the hardships of such a low tier character.
Wow.
Mhm.
Ooh. Big words. All the Mind's Eye
Yes.
mains out there are going to crucify you for saying that. But
I mean,
oh,
mhm.
wait, go. Try
Yeah,
to
oh,
try
we have
to
the first spin.
oh, okay.
We're getting our first character here, and it looks like it will be the
Oh, that was so
forward.
close. That it was almost the Mind's Eye.
Oh
That
my
was
goodness,
actually
yeah,
kind of
just one
close.
character away.
Luckily
Oh.
for Sky, it wasn't the Mind's Eye. The forward having so much utility, I think that's actually a really good pickup. Can use him to OB and why Mind's Eye? No, sorry, it was the forward. Go back.
It's the forward.
Yeah, sorry. If production can hear us,
Yeah,
it's not the Mind's Eye. It was the
it was
forward.
the forward, and we have the postman.
Yeah, Postman is gonna be alongside the forward. This is actually looking like a pretty meta start for the survivors. I'm kind of scared for the side of the
Yeah.
hunters because Postman in the hand again. They could pick whoever, right? They can have Panda, they can have Kuga on this Postman who can kite very well and just provide letters of support so that the decoding is gonna be very fast.
Yeah, so things are looking very good on the side of the survivors. We'll have our third pick coming in right now, and it looks like it will be the patient.
Patient coming. I'm very scared for the hunter now.
So such great survivors. We
yeah,
all see them in
because-
competition.
It's patient could be played as a rescuer too, as well as forward if you need to be. And now if it goes a little further, is it the oh my god, it's the Gravekeeper. Dude, this is
Okay,
actually a pretty
so-
high. That's actually really good. Wait. Give me 4 hunters right now.
Okay, we don't have a lot of time.
Go.
Okay, Axe Boy, Feaster, oh no, Sculptor,
Okay.
Dream Witch. Okay, your turn. Four hunters.
You need 5.
We
You need
have-
5, by the way. One
Oh,
more.
5. Oh,
Yeah.
BQ.
Okay, BQ. I'm gonna say Anne. I'm gonna go Wax
have-
Artist.
The fourth character that got picked was the prisoner. We got the.
Yeah, we got
Gravekeeper?
Prisoner.
Didn't we get Gravekeeper?
Yeah, we got Grave. It was supposed to be Gravekeeper, by the way. Yeah, it was
Okay.
Gravekeeper. Sorry, we got so deep into the predictions.
Oh yeah,
I thought it was clear. It was Gravekeeper.
Yes.
If Mother Base could hear us, it was Gravekeeper and not Prisoner.
Fourth survivor is the Gravekeeper. Yes. And if you can hurry up and make your list, Potch. You don't have a lot of time. They're gonna start spinning.
Give me a sec. Geisha,
Pop,
Wax
pop.
Artist, and who else we got?
And-
Mm-hmm.
2
Who
more.
else we got?
You're running out of time.
Let me give me a sec. No, we still got time. It's not spinning it. Hermit
Hermit.
and
We got- Come
Evil Reptilian.
Okay.
Oh my god! Let's go! Hermit, baby! It's the
And
Hermit.
our first choice is the Hermit for the Hunter
Okay.
side.
Hell yeah.
4 more
hell
picks.
Yeah. Okay,
That was-
Hermit.
Very
Oh,
lucky on
clutch.
Potch's side.
Clutch.
However,
Clutch. Come
we're
on,
not-
Evil
we're not-
Reptilian.
we can get more on.
Mhm.
Oh dear.
Mhm.
Second,
Oh dear.
Second wheel, and we have
Oh,
the
a Ripper.
Ripper.
Okay. Ripper's good. Pretty solid, but coming up
Uh-huh.
against this lineup, maybe Hermit adds a little more value because there's no healing on the side of the survivors. So
Right, but
Ripper was the second choice.
Ripper.
Other base. It was the Ripper. We're just gonna wait. There we
Yes.
go. All right. So next
Third
spin to win.
character. is
Oh no!
going
Oh,
to
oh,
be-
oh! Come on! Keep going!
No. Soul Weaver.
Soul Weaver. Oh, you're
Wow.
so. I almost had Geisha. It's right there. But yes, it is the Soul Weaver.
Soul Weaver.
Um,
Yes.
do we know where the map is yet? Because I think that would be very important to know. But
Yeah.
we're gonna keep going. It's gonna be a Naiad.
Naiad.
So Naiad also pretty stable. Actually, it's kind of apropos that Naiad and Wax Artist are at the same like wheel thing, but this was the Naiad. Very territorial hunters.
Yes.
So it's confirming. Thank you so much, Mother Base. It is Red Church. So Naiad and I would say Soul Weaver also could, you know, be able to put some webs and be able to. Oh, stop! No!
Feaster. Yes.
Why
We
did I
have
tell
the
you that?
Feaster.
Why did I tell you that?
Thank
Should've
you
never
very
told you about
much.
that. The Feaster. You know
And
what?
we are
I'm gonna get Feaster.
Feaster. Yes.
Feaster. It is the Feaster. Yes, I will take partial credit for that because I got a 0.5 point. Okay, we're gonna split that.
Sure thing, Pot. Sure
You'd
thing.
have never thought of Feaster if I didn't tell you that.
Well,
But-
it is NTT's favorite hunter. So will NTT bring Feaster on Red Church against these 4 survivors? What are your thoughts?
Since I'm a good person, I'll let you know now. It's not NTT hunting.
Oh, it's ECK.
Yeah, I think
And he
if I look at the
Agreed,
I don't think
okay.
NTT's. I think it's ECK that's hunting first. So
Okay.
just letting you know now, though, so you won't talk yourself into like, oh, he's gonna
Yeah,
pick this.
Not getting
It's
too excited. Okay. But we can see the survivors will have a little bit of trouble with decoding, seeing that there's 2 rescuers. So Hermit would be a very good pick for the hunter side if he really wants to slow down the decoding progress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, the question is, how comfortable is ECK using Hermit? Because there are Hermit specialists out there. This character is really hard to pilot. Yes, you can slow down decoding, but you have really good kiters on the side of the survivors, and it's tough to say because that survivor lineup could have been drafted by Sky survivors themselves. It actually is a really good lineup. Yeah, they don't have any decoding, but the meta kind of shifted to not have one single decoder, but they're just so good at calling out what to decode and rotations and whatnot. So as much as I would like the Hermit, because I did choose it, Naiad seems a little more stable.
Yeah,
just to get a tie.
Yeah, Naiad or Soul Weaver. Soul
That's
Weaver
a good
also
one
has been
too.
doing quite good. And
Okay,
Ripper with the
biasness aside, if oh my gosh, it's NTT that's playing though. Okay.
Oh.
I think
Is he
they
gonna bring
shifted.
the Feaster?
I would love to see NTT with the Feaster. I'm just very scared because this is a very good lineup of survivors. They pull distance. Yeah, Feaster Link or Feaster Warp would possibly work. But yeah, $200 is on the line. But NTT, you know, he's a man of the people. If the people want the Feaster, as much as I don't like Gummy winning, I'm for the Feaster. Fine, if he wants to do that, okay.
I mean,
Chat,
there's still,
let me know
he
what
has
you think.
a lot of options. So, I mean, Hermit, I feel like Hermit would be a very good option since there's lots of stunners. If you can stun the forward with the different charges, then you can stop him from harassing you and you can chair. And you can also slow down Cypher decoding. They don't have any healers. So, Hermit actually seems like a very good pick if NTT does know how to play Hermit. So, I don't think you're at too much of a disadvantage here.
Well, thank you. I honestly, I would definitely like to see, and maybe because friend bias aside, I want to see him pop off. Especially, this is a chance for him to really represent Vietnam going up against seasoned survivors. These are survivors, like you mentioned, that are from Call of the Abyss. So, if he's confident enough for that Feaster, go for it. But if he has that Hermit on paper, if he's stable enough with it, he should let that Hermit rock just to prolong the matchup. Who else was there? There was a Soul Weaver, like you mentioned. Soul Weaver is looking like an okay choice as well, since this is a good map for Soul Weaver to set up those traps. It's just building up those webbings at the start that would really help him out. How do you feel about a Ripper in this map?
Ripper, I mean, there's a lot of survivors that can either avoid, like Forward could gain a lot of distance, Patient can gain a lot of distance, Gravekeeper can tank a lot of hits. I don't think Ripper is the best choice for Hunter's side. possibly, as you've mentioned before, Naiad or Soul Weaver would be better compared to Ripper, but Ripper did get that buff, and so he has been doing very good in rank. They had to nerf him one more time. He may be an option. Yeah.
So, let's see who will be. At least we're gonna know this because I was looking at the in-game because we're doing double duty tonight, chat. They did change a little bit. I see Panda has the same name, but everyone else is a bit confusing. So at least we're gonna know based on who they assign the survivors to.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna know from then on. But we can confirm it is NTT. So make some noise in the chat for NTT, guys, because he's gonna need it now more than ever. His choices once again: you got the Hermit, you got the Ripper, also Soul Weaver, Naiad, and his trusty Feaster to go up against Sky Survivors. And
yeah, on Red Church, we'll have the survivors, as we've mentioned before, the Forward, Postman, Patient, and Gravekeeper. A lot of the survivors we have been seeing in tournament gameplay. We've seen Gravekeeper get a lot of love and a lot of buffs, and Forward has been out of the scene for quite a while. However, he is making his way back into the tournament scene. We've seen a lot of other IJL, IVL, and Forward actually being played.
Yeah, especially when it comes to, I would say, this type of the survivors themselves. You got Panda, who's turned from, when you first started watching, he was a main rescuer turned stunner. Definitely on that Forward. I didn't time that. Mini Blue, definitely, he's a rescuer main. He's going to stick with his tried and tested Gravekeeper. Yuki, being the support / OB kiter, will go on that Postman, while Kuga is going to be on the Patient. I wonder what the persona builds, how many is Kuga gonna have also Tide Turner just for a double rescue, or is Mini Blue just going to be the sole rescuer of the team? We're just going to have to wait and see while NTT is going to make his choice, chat.
Yeah, so the survivor side were really lucky today to have such a strong rescuing side and harasser. On top of that, we have the Patient, can make a lot of distance. We see the Postman that actually can help with decoding by sending out his letters, and he also has the Doggy Bite that we've seen to be quite effective in slowing down this hunter. So yeah, Entity, we definitely can't disregard his skills in Hunter, but it is going to look quite challenging for him. I am very curious at what Hunter choice he is going to end up picking. If in your opinion,
okay,
would you go for your favorite Hunter, or would you go for a stronger Hunter pick?
Dude, $200 on the line. You're going up against the survivors that just represented the Southeast Asia region. I'd maybe put it, I know this is an exhibition challenge mode, but you know what? It seems like the draw of the survivors were on Sky's side. Unfortunately, you don't have like an easy pick when it comes to the survivors because all of them are really good and very meta or very in the meta. So I'd suggest, again, not putting our agreement or our betting aside, like putting that aside. Maybe go, if I know NTT is very skilled. He's a very skilled player. He's a really good streamer, good content creator. I think he should pop off. I think he should go with something that is meta, that he's comfortable with. If he has a Hermit, go for that Hermit. If not, maybe go for that stable Naiad or Soul Weaver.
Yeah, and for the side of the survivors, it looks like the Hunter will most likely have to go after either the Postman or the Patient. But we have seen Hunters suddenly going after Forwards or Gravekeeper and trying to catch survivors off guard. We'll have to see what type of strategy NTT will be bringing. But as a Hunter, Poch, which survivor would you most likely be chasing first?
The first choice I would assume is the Postman, just because he's the decoder. You can stop him from sending letters out, and you can prolong it as much as you can. I do get the logic that you did say maybe go after the rescuers first, just so you ask them to waste a shovel. Maybe, depending on the spawn locations, go after the Gravekeeper, force a shovel out of him, and then go to your intended target. Oh, and the Hermit's gonna be chosen. Let's go.
I mean, Hermit is a good choice. I can't lie. I would most likely want to take
I love you,
advantage.
NTT. I love you, NTT. That's why
I
we're
would
friends.
also like
That's
to
why we-
take advantage of that slow cipher decoding and trying to stop that harassing. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, it is Hermit, but we want to get that win, and NTT is
Yeah.
able to play
I-
this character. Definitely choosing Hermit is a good idea.
I think so too. And like we said, I think he's got to take his shot. And out of all the characters here, you pointed it out the best. There's no dedicated decoder. Well, there is on the side, but there's no dedicated healer in the team. And he can bring insolence. He can bring a lot of just traits from build up towards the end game. For it to be a long, drawn out game. So guys, watching this, strap in because we're gonna have a long match. NTT wants to contain his survivors for as long as he can, and the other church definitely do that. Whittle down the resources.
Yeah, and as long as the survivors will choose their spawn points next, and the hunter will just have to hopefully spawn nearby either Yuki or Kuga, even though their names are not going to be the same as the in-game names, as you mentioned before. We'll kind of hopefully remember which player is playing which character, but yeah, and so if he can spawn next to the postman or patient, that will be quite advantageous for the Hermit as NTT. And if he does go after the patient, as long as he can stun him with his double charges, he won't be able to utilize his hook or possibly cancel out his hook. That way he can get a pretty fast down onto the patient. I don't think Gravekeeper would be a great first chase since he can tank up to 2 hits with his shovel. But if he does get rid of the shovel, that means he won't be able to come in for the rescue without getting injured. He will have to be able to take that first hit. So in that sense, will you risk it, or will it take too much time to go after this Gravekeeper? And Panda as the forward, how likely is it for NTT to go after this forward?
I think he has to avoid Panda at all costs. Panda
Yes,
is
at all
one
costs.
survivor. Panda's one survivor that doesn't stray away from the hunter. He has really good kiting skills and his stunning ability is really good. NTT has to make his first 30 seconds count. He needs to find the survivor he wants. He needs to land a charge or connect. First of all, connect ciphers just to have that control, and then find the best survivor. Damage as much as he can because they'll be sharing a lot of those hits, and just keep spreading it across the board. And if he's able to have a good early game, that could definitely snowball, and that'll be definitely more in his favor. He just needs to build up his charges as much as he can, or just I would say get the full presence as fast as he can while whittling down the survivors. I hope that we don't see survivors kite away what's that drop down ball hit that ball charge that Hermit is really known for. We just have to wait and see. How do you feel about Hermit as a hunter? Do you like Hermit? Do you not like going against Hermit?
As a survivor, I do not enjoy going against Hermit because at some point the shared damage just piles up and everybody's down. And that's like the most scary part. And we have to heal. We need to really disperse the damage well, but at times we mess up or there's a terror talk and suddenly like double the damage. Right? So, and we need to avoid those kind of situations. However, they have comms, they can communicate. I'm sure they won't make those kind of mistakes, but we'll have to see. It does look like the spawn points are finally being chosen for the survivors.
I like this. Postman, take the center just so that the postman will have access. I think, this is Yuki. Access to wherever part in the map. I think NTT might spawn top left or just close as he can. Okay, he's going to spawn top left just so that he'll just kind of push the postman out of that area, forcing into graveyard or forcing it to the back gate, where again he can kind of make his presence felt there on the side of the hunters. So chat, let us know are you guys here for NTT and T1VN, or are you here for Sky? Can we get some emojis in the chat for T1VN? Can we get some stars for them in the chat? Well, Team Sky, let's get some clouds going. Shoutouts to Heis. Shoutouts to everyone. Louis Xiao. And I hope I pronounced your names correctly, guys. If you guys are here from NTT stream, big ups to you. Hopefully he will do well by you guys when with the support that he's receiving in chat.
Yeah, we can see that the two rescuers, the forward and the gravekeeper, are on opposite sides trying to disperse in the areas of the map. We can see that the hunter could possibly go for the patient instead, and it looks like we will get started very soon, but not quite yet. And yeah, I mean, will the hermit go for the center where he does know postman is, or will he just go ahead and chase Panda since Panda is the closest? What are your thoughts?
That is the question. We're just gonna find out in just a bit. I believe the game might be ongoing already. We just have to wait and see. But if someone in the mother base is listening, the game is starting, I think. Yes, it is. If anyone can hear me in the back. And there we go. Okay, so it seems like Seorin, or if the patient, which is Kuga, is taking this first kite, leaving the postman unscathed here. So unable to force any skill out is actually a really good start for the survivors. And now Panda might have to take this next chase, and he's more than likely capable of doing that. So we will have to lock in here because this is going to take a while. Hopefully NTT can find his groove in this matchup. Already getting some charge here. Gravekeeper is going to share that charge with that patient, but slowly but surely he will start to gain that presence. Does have warp. It's not going to be a downed warp just yet, but he's going to try and get the stun here.
Yeah, it does look like the hermit will be committing onto this forward, doing a very good job. Oh, is able to get the stun onto the forward, and he is able to get the first damage onto this forward with that charge. Hunter's gonna check the cipher machines, and he's back looking for this forward. No, he's gonna utilize warp, and he's warping into the shack. He will be running into Soyerin, who is the patient. He has the red charge. Oh, another share charge, and Gravekeeper will be eating the charge with the patient.
Yeah, and unfortunately unable to get that grappling hook going. He's going to try to get another one, and he's going to build up so much damage here. Almost close to full presence, so excellent used warp. Patient is just a sneeze away from falling down. He does have a bit of boost from the postman, but he does not have any shocks on him. So he's going to try and get as much distance as he can, but NTT, great showing so far. Can he capitalize? Once he gets a chair, that's going to be a little harder for survivors because they can't manage their health. Able to get the charge here. This is actually going to distribute a lot of damage onto the survivors.
Yeah, and all of the survivors have red charges right now, so they might be going down here if they share this charge, but they might be doing this so that the one survivor that can't change their charge, which is the Gravekeeper, can not have too much damage on him. And it does look like he was able to avoid the blue charge, was able to make it to this pallet. Hunter will just go ahead and break this pallet. He's going to transition through the window. He's hiding behind this wall. Hunter is changing targets, and he's going towards the graveyard where he'll be running into the postman.
Yeah, so the postman, I think this is the original target that he was intended to go for, but it seems like Yuki, having highlights here and there of being such a good kiter, might take a while. I like how the survivors still have 3 ciphers remaining, but no one has sat on a rocket chair just yet. And unfortunately, missing that dunk, we're going to get a bite onto the hermit as well. This is going to buy so much time. It's actually going to buy them time to just decode and continue on here. Luckily, everyone has borrowed time so they can heal up when the last cipher is popped. And the third cipher is so close to popping. And there you have it.
Yeah, and Postman is still at full health, so he needs to take a lot of hits before going down, and he's doing a very good job avoiding this. Oh, he's able to stun this Postman and finally get the injury onto the Postman, but all the charges were shared, so only a little bit of injury onto this Postman as he transitions away. Hunter needs to put up a next charge onto this Postman, is going to be getting the red charge onto him right away. The charges are not being shared. He will be taking the full. Oh, the patient took the charge with changed the charge with the Postman, and now the Postman is finally at half health. The injuries are stacking up for the survivors.
Yeah, but the forward is fully healed, so that's actually a really good management of resources. Forward is not the main rescuer. This is going to be on Mini Blue's side. Mini Blue already using up the shovel. So you got to give it up to the survivors. They are spreading the attention away from NTT. Unfortunately, missing that shot. Able to get the blue charge. Let's see if he gets to get the stun and the down onto the patient. First survivor down, Cypher progress, 2 left, but they're still far from moving on. So this is going to allow the survivors to kind of heal up. And this rescue needs to be made by, I would say, the Gravekeeper or the forward. We're going to see them try to disperse. It is going to be the Gravekeeper that is going to eat some of that damage. But we do have the forward that's already here.
And it does look like the forward is going to get ready to go for this rescue. He is staying around the chair, but he's going to wait a little before... Oh, he's got the stun onto the hunter while he was looking at the map and is able to get the save onto the survivor. Now this hunter is trying to get the down onto this patient once again. Isn't able to get the blue charge on the patient. Is trying to get the red charge. Is able to get the red charge. Now he needs to get the stun. He is able to get the stun and is hit through the window. However, this damage was shared, so he's still up and running.
Yeah, so if Warp is going to be used, this is going to add more pressure onto the graveyard side. So you got to give it up to NTT for him to be able to spread the attention still. Still has the usage of Warp, but will not use it. He's going to try to get the dunk and able to actually land it onto the Postman. Postman's going to distribute some damage. If you are a Hermit main, you want to see this type of damage, but Cypher progress looking dangerously close to popping here, Gummy.
Yeah, we can see that the last Cypher machine is at 88%. Will the Postman be able to kite long enough in order for this Cypher to be primed? He's doing a very good job. He was able to throw the doggy. Not sure if it landed. Is able to get the blue charge onto the survivor. And the Cypher machines are popped. And this is endgame. 4 survivors running around. 3 blue charges and 1 red charge. Hunter is still on this Postman.
Yeah, and also note that he does have detention. So this is going to hurt a little more, but it's not going to be enough for them to be able to get the down. So NTT needs to kind of find his way. He actually hasn't connected the gates just yet, I believe. So they're actually they're opening up all the exit gates, and he's just trying to focus his attention onto this one survivor. They're to open up one exit gate. The other one's going to open, but the flywheel just for him to get to the pallet. But Yuki will fall down. Everyone is still up, and detention still has 30 seconds left on the clock.
Right, and he will finally be able to chair this Postman. I believe it is his first chair. Both exit gates are open. Will the survivors come in for the rescue? Panda getting ready for the stun. Doesn't get the stun. Is able to down this Panda. Suddenly, everything is looking good for the side of this hunter. Are the survivors going to continue to try and get this save onto this Postman?
This is going to be very dangerous. We do have, I believe, a Gravekeeper Tide Turner, but they're kind of far from the exit gate, so it's going to be a little tough. I think they're going to wait out detention before they're going to try to act accordingly, but this could be very dangerous if the detention is still up. Panda needs to heal in time for him to force some activity for them to get a rescue going, but he's going to force out the exit path. So we're in a tough spot. We're going to see the Gravekeeper go underneath here. He can tank a hit. He's going to wait, possibly. Forward's already healed up. We're going to see 2 charges. No one's touching the Postman just yet. We still have the patient, and now we see the Gravekeeper. Last effort's going to be popped by the Postman, but we do have it down onto the patient, so he can get more, actually, because he still has that detention.
Right, and we see 2 survivors are running towards the exit gate. Hunter is trying to cut off one of the survivors that is entered the church. It is the Postman trying to secure his 1 man down. He's going to go back to the patient who hasn't gotten up quite yet. We do see the survivors were trying to heal him up, but they are unable to do so, and it does look like the patient will be chaired once again. That is allowing the Postman to get away for the time being. It does look like he's searching a chest, and Hunter will utilize his warp to try and down this Postman. Oh, he was down
by the last effort. So good effort, just try to disperse, but unfortunately it was not in his vein, but because this opens up the other survivors to actually rescue, and now it's looking like a 3-person escape, and unfortunately there's no detention. He's going to try best to go get the other survivors, but it is a 3-person escape. Congratulations to the Sky survivors.
Yeah, amazing job. I mean, they were very lucky with the spinning wheel, and they were able to get those very strong survivors that did advantage the side for the survivor team. But yeah, I mean, towards the end, getting that stun by the forward would have been very crucial to NTT, but he was able to stuff that. So that was one thing that did work in favor of the Hermit.
Yeah, it was a good start, I'd have to say. I think when the survivors were able to distract him and kind of entice him to chase. Oh no, chase me. Oh, but chase me. And it was just kind of a back and forth. That's when it started to go in the favor of the survivors, because that allowed them to heal up. That allowed them to stall the game. And I think Yuki, I'd have to say, Yuki did an amazing job just kiting for as long as she did, with, the patient actually getting 111 seconds, while the postman 156 containment time, which again is an amazing showing going up against the hermit, and it was already at full presence. So congratulations to the Sky survivors. And again, NTT really tried his best. I think given the hunter pool, the hermit was his best possible choice for him to get at least a tie or even more. But a one survivor elimination is still all right, because we still got to play the second half. So hopefully the luck of the draw will be in his side even more come round number 2.
Yeah, and we can see that the forward and the gravekeeper had the most cipher decoding. So, yeah, we do see that this is a trend that seems to happen quite a lot, since the hunter doesn't want to chase the rescuers. He did chase forward in the beginning, but he did end up changing targets. He was utilizing his football to continuously get out of the range of the hunter, so he did end up having to change targets to an easier survivor. And we did also see that the survivors continuously shared the damage, and they were all healing in the middle of the map. So they would continuously share damage, heal, share damage, and the cipher machines are connected, so they're continuously getting cipher progress. So I think the survivors had a wonderful strategy, and that just worked in favor for them to go against this hermit.
Yeah, it was pretty, like, the survivors really knew what to do, and they didn't waste any time at all. I think, like you said, if they weren't being chased, they were either decoding. If they weren't decoding, they were healing up, or they were just making sure that every second counted. Even though that the hermit would definitely want to prolong the game for as much as he could, the Sky survivors were able to escape, and now we're looking at a 3-1 in favor of Sky survivors.
Yeah, hopefully in match 2 we will be able to see some new interesting picks. I think a lot of this game depends a lot on luck for the survivor side, since they are just given 4 survivors they have to play. They don't have any choice in who they get to play. So yeah, very lucky on the side of Sky survivors. Hopefully there will be more luck for T1VN's hunter and TT in the next round, getting maybe more decoders.
I would say, I think aside from luck on the hunter side, just also bad luck on the survivor side. I think it was really good that they were able to draw really good survivors, but they're a Koa team. So I think on the side of T1VN, they need to be able to have the luck of the hunters, like really good meta hunters, and then for the survivors, draft like a mind's eye, all decoders, just nothing to help them out in that. So that's the competitive edge. Once again, it's all down to luck here, folks. And a shout outs to NTT once again for really trying his best. I know the Hermit was good on paper, but it's really hard to go up against a really seasoned team like that. So big shout outs to him for bringing out his Hermit and with the bright lights of this. But Gummy, I believe we will be taking a very short break. So we will be back in just a bit, folks. So don't go anywhere.
The moon.
At dusk, the seagull speaks. We with our red plumage are ill-suited for this age.
For those with noble hearts,
even in the days when the Veluth name was known from tongue to tongue. All my clan desired was to walk free upon this land, as we were born to do.
Live as the freeborn must, in the wild winds of liberty. Cast thy sovereign soul into the world, and should it not find its place, let defiance be its course.
Resist, as she does, a life ablaze in crimson, never yielding to the mundane. Just as she does, the Vinland charting her way through the storm of idealism. Yet, the seagull's omen proves true. Those who do not belong are dashed upon the waves. In her exile, the snowfields rob her of warmth. The warmth she lost because of me. Lagerta, what is the meaning of struggling against the tides of time?
Lagerta, this fleeting existence will soon fade into nothingness upon the ocean's surge. Let us dare to face it with courage.
I.
Last year, Team BLK, composed of 5 college classmates, faced a narrow defeat against the seasoned powerhouse team SRE, bringing their journey in the CLA preliminaries to an unexpected halt. Now, as the team members graduate and embark on
late nights, bright screens, countdowns begun, dreams and night, we're all in, no turning back, one last chance. We hold on tight. We sink in time, side by side tonight. We cross the line with hearts alright. We chase the dream. We shine so bright off the side. Clock can't spin and time won't slow. Every moment drifts and fades away. Now the moment feels past, holding tight. We rise as one under the neon light, chasing the legends, rival glory. We won't fall through, fire won't fade. We feel the thunder, hear the call, we won't back down. We were born to rise up, we stand tall and push on. Flames burn, we run. Late nights racing fast, yet we won't break. Every step, play move, every risk, we take the lead. We chase the light, breaking all chains. Now clock hands turning, time moves on, all fading. Echo cheers are gone. Not just a game, we built a name. We rise as one under the neon light. Chasing the legends, rival glory. We won't fall through, fire won't fade. We feel the thunder, hear the call, we won't back down. We were born to rise up, stand tall and push on. Flames burn, we run. We rise as one. We rise as one. We stand with pride.
The pitch-black carriage rolls toward the mansion, a place warm and familiar, a place I call home. Beneath the dome adorned with pomegranate seeds, all is strange, all is twisted.
And welcome back, everyone. It is the IVA Challenger Mode Demon Kings Arena Day 2. I'm Gummy here with my co-caster Poch. What are your thoughts of the first match so far?
So far, I would say Koa survivors are very sharp. Sky did not pull back any punches. Shoutouts to NTT for really trying his best and trying to go toe-to-toe with some of Southeast Asia's finest, but it was Sky survivors to win that first round. So now let's hopefully he get that revenge or get that lick back in game number 2, because the round is not over just yet. Okay, so now the survivors are going to go through that wheel. Hopefully they'll draft accordingly, and it's going to benefit T1VN.
Yeah, I mean, at the end, after the Cypher machines were popped, I believe the survivors were going for a 4-man escape because they did have that tide turner, but Entity did not allow that. He got that down, so that is good. At least getting that one man against these high tier Koa survivors is still good. It's still good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the best you could do with the survivor picks. So hopefully it will be more in favor for NTT in this round too, so we can get a game 3.
Fingers crossed, right? Hopefully it's for NTT or ECK, whoever is going to be the hunter on whoever's side. But Gummy, this gives us some time for us to make some predictions here. It's because it was kind of rushed.
So good right now.
I'm not. You're the one that's rubbing it in. I'm just saying.
I mean, NTT, you chose Potch's Hermit, and it didn't work out. Maybe next time.
What? Choose the Feaster against that lineup? Do you really want to have that conversation?
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
So, Potch, you can pick first this time.
No,
pick your first 5 hunters.
First. Oh, I'll be the one to pick first. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We're running out of time.
Clown.
Potch.
Clown. Geisha. I'm gonna put back Wax Artist. I'm gonna. Who else was there? Okay, I'm thinking, Chad. I'm gonna steal Sculptor from you.
Okay.
And then I will cap it off with a Night Watch.
Night Watch, okay.
Okay, that's me. All right. You go. I'm gonna help the you write it down. I'll trust you because we gotta spin this wheel and then I'll help Mother Base identify. All right, let's spin that wheel.
Okay. Looks like.
You just write it down, then let me know.
Oh, okay.
I'll carry this. So first, it is going to be the Entomologist, a really good survivor, I'd say, rarely seen in competitive nowadays, but Entomologist is definitely one survivor that could do a lot of interesting plays. I would definitely love to see who in the Sky Survivors will be using this Entomologist. But let's continue on, chat. Let's keep going.
My list ready. I will
complete.
not be cheating. You can trust me, right? You trust me.
Well, tell me later because now we got the lawyer coming in. Okay.
You can pick. Things are still looking pretty good for the side of the survivors, but if we get another decoder, things will start, looking better.
Going a bit sideways. Yeah.
So
let's hope. I see Mind's Eye. Yeah. We also know the map is going to be in Hospital, by the way. Lawyer is actually going to be really good in those 2 story areas because you can go away. Another one. Oh my God! I thought it was going to be. It's the Journalist.
So,
what are your thoughts on Journalist?
Balance for the side of this. Journalist isn't a very used very often in competition, but during rank, we do see her taking a lot of hits by utilizing the body block of the mini Orphe, and we've been seeing her do pretty successful, just not as good as the other rescuers. That's the only reason we don't see her on the tournament setting. But she is still a very good character, and she can really help the team a lot.
You know what's crazy? Kazuneko really likes the Journalist. He kept using it in Koa. Yeah. And a lucky guy. Okay.
Hey, lucky guy. Interesting.
Would you say this is balanced or it's a bit skewed? Because you don't have a meta rescuer. You don't really see. I mean, yes, in rank, but in the competitive scene. Okay. Before anything else, tell me your your 5 hunters right now.
Okay, I chose BQ, Dream Witch, and Undead and Axeboy.
Okay, I thought you said 2 ands. You stole Ann from me. Oh no.
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
How dare you?
As a hunter, you need to get a tie if you want to make it to round 3. If the hunters' picks aren't as strong, so in that sense, I believe that he would choose NTT, please.
First, it has to be the wheel that chooses it, right? So let's get past that first.
The wheel. Okay,
and then we try to convince NTT or ECK. But let's spin that wheel and see who is going to be the first hunter that will be in the pool of 5.
Yes.
Oh my God!
This looks like Axeboy!
Oh no, it's not! It's Evil Reptilian!
Oh, Evil! Oh no, you had him last game. Okay.
I had him last. That's fine.
I did not have. I was thinking about him, but I was like, no, there's no way. But he got chosen.
I did. Hey, you know, evil reptilian in the hospital. You could get jumped to the window. That's
Right.
about it, I think.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you could jump to the second floor from the
Right.
whole spot. That's another
Yeah.
one. So
the entire map and just look for any of the survivors.
keep going. Yes, Night Watch. Yeah, right. That is another one. Night Watch. Shout outs to
really
Kuga, who got
Really
a
lucky
really good performance with the Night Watch in 2023 IVC offline in this hospital. But anyway, we continue on. So next
our
spin.
pick.
Next
Yes.
spin.
We will be getting.
Oh, we have to spin again, right? Soul Weaver.
We got
Do
him
we go-
in the first round, so no, we'll be having to spin again, right?
I think so. Yes. Okay. Cool.
We're
Just,
redoing it. Yes.
double checking. So next one, Soul Weaver again. Oh, Ripper. That was the
Ripper. Oh, we got Ripper last match as well. So
spin again.
spin again.
It's spin again. We keep going.
Keep going until
I
we get
guess, right?
some
Those are the
new fight,
dems
yeah.
are the rules. Dems
Those
are the rules,
yes.
chat. We keep going until Sarkis Nightmare. Oh, Nightmare. We didn't put Nightmare.
Yeah, nobody has Nightmare.
Mhm.
Interesting pick.
You're so invested in this. So far,
I get
nothing is giving though. It's still a little
My
tough.
unlucky day. Oh, is it
Naiad.
We also
gotta
got
spin
Naiad
again.
last time, so
Yeah.
spinning once again.
Mm-hmm. Dang, chat. A Naiad would actually be all right in this map, I think. Oh, it's Hermit.
Oh, Hermit. We got that last time. Spinning again.
Wow. Okay, hang on, chat. Hang on. Who do we got? Maybe we should take it out, but I don't know if there's a setting there. Wax Artist. We got Wax Artist last time? We did not.
No, we did not.
Oh,
get
I put Wax Artist! Sir! Yes,
Wow.
sir!
We're very lucky today. We got the Wax Artist as our 4th pick, and we just need to get the last pick.
Wax Artist on Hospital, I guess. It's pretty stable, but you kind of want to go for more. And a Wu Chang to top it off. Did you put Wu Chang in yours?
No, I did not. I forgot about that hunter completely.
You know what I didn't forget?
What?
That I won.
Yeah. I mean, I'm lacking on
Sweet victory!
Yeah, we really need that game 3, so we can catch up on these points. I'll just get the 5 points for the next game. Yeah.
Wait.
I have hope that NTT, you can pull through and bring us to game number 3. You're gonna
game
win
number 3.
game 3.
I want to see game 3, but what hunter do you think can take us to game 3? We have an evil reptilian. What else do we got? We have a Night Watch, a Nightmare, a Wax Artist, and a Wu Chang going up against. This is.
What?
No, because I'm like, dang, these are really unconventional hunters in a survivor-sided map.
Yeah. It's gonna be very challenging.
Who are you feeling going? Which hunter is calling to you? Like
Wu Chang being played in the tournaments a lot lately. So and he's been actually not doing too bad. He did pretty good, yeah. So, but I don't know if he's the best pick. Yeah, I'm guessing Wax.
Wax is good. Wax is stable. I'm just when you say like, yeah, Wu Chang's been used, very stable, but when you start to think about changing elevations, right? And they could get lost, especially in that soul siphon. They could just run all the way to hospital and then they get lost there, or like drop the pallet down. So we'll see. But you know what, man, an entomologist could just trap the bees, like just stop the corridors, stop the entrance of the hospital, the bird cage as well. So much areas. Lucky Guy has that X factor, but I guess they don't have a main harasser like last time, like the forward did. Right. So that could help. Yeah,
I mean, the side of the survivors, they did not get the meta picks, but they got a very balanced team. They have a rescuer, which is the journalist. They have a decoder, that's the lawyer. They have a kiter, that is the entomologist, and then there's Lucky Guy. No
There's
comment
lucky
on
guy.
that.
Well, it depends on
Right,
what
that's
lucky
true.
guy chooses, I guess, or
I mean,
what he
just
wishes for.
wastes, yeah, a lot of time searching through so many chess box, which means less time decoding. So maybe
Which lucky
lucky
guy hurt
guy,
you? Got me in
lucky
quick
guy's
match.
in my match, my ranked matches. No one's
Oh, yeah.
decoding. He's going through chess box. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, these are high tier players. They're not going to play like that. But if that is a lower tier survivor that does benefit the hunter, I guess it will be lucky guy.
Mm-hmm.
So chasing lucky guy in the beginning is definitely going to benefit the hunter because that means he only gets to guess one item that he may or may not get. And so that means he has to kite the rest of the time with one item. And if you can eliminate the lucky guy early on and quickly, that would work in favor for NTT. However, there is a lawyer that will be decoding all during that time. So things are looking
Yes.
very challenging for the hunter once again. And the hunter picks,
Yeah.
what would you go for?
Wax Artist is the most stable, I guess, among these 5. Night Watch is good, but I'm pretty sure Sky has faced the best of the best when it comes to Night Watch. And trying to go, I guess, you know what, maybe the Night Watch would be all right. It's just that I don't like this map for Night Watch. On paper, it's really tough. But it seems like interesting. Mini Blue's on the lawyer. I actually thought Mini Blue would be on the journalist. And Panda would be on, but it seems like they've locked this in. Not going to change the fact that he's going to have to go with Evil Reptilian in this map. Okay.
He really wants to get to those second floors really quickly with those jumps.
No
That's why.
stairs.
Yeah,
no
he's not
stairs.
gonna spend time walking up those stairs. He's just gonna jump right to the
I
second
did
floor.
leg day. I could do box jumps, dude. This is the Evil Reptilian. And you know what? The change that he actually has, he can have unlimited jumps. He just got to save up all that energy. Was really good. Lethal crashes are going to be a thing as well. I think the lawyer is going to have an easy time. He's not going to be scared of terror shock situations. I guess in theory, I mean, just maps aside, Evil Reptilian can go toe-to-toe with these survivors.
Yeah, I mean, he has great mobility with that jumping, and he could just search for survivors that he wants inside of the building by jumping into the second story or just jumping around the areas. He can look through the walls if he's on the highest point. So in that sense, I guess Evil Reptilian could do well against these survivors.
Question mark? We have to trust, right? We want to see that game number 3, so we got to trust in NTT. And
right.
Chat, you have to trust in NTT as he takes the fight to Sky. First chase, honestly, he can go after anyone, but I would say maybe go after that lawyer just to really stop the main decoder. It depends on where they spawn as well. How about you? Who do you think should be the first chase?
I think if you don't want to allow the lucky guy to get any items, just downing the lucky guy incredibly quickly would be ideal. But yeah, that does give the lawyer so much time to decode. So that is a little not good for the side of the hunter. I am glad that NTT did pick the hunter that was not on your list. So
oh wow, okay,
things are gonna look much brighter for NTT. I trust, I believe we're gonna make it to game 3.
I'm just glad he didn't pick Wu Chang. Sorry. I know I love Wu Chang, but I think with this lineup, it's gonna be a little tough. Considering that Wu Chang white guard and black form is it's gonna be hard, especially with these seasoned survivors. And they're not gonna fall for any of the shenanigans. They're gonna be able to hide it, or they're gonna use the hospital when they need to. So that's good. Wax Artist was the safe pick. I feel like has been a very stable hunter to get tied games, but in this map could be different. Nightmare was never in the equation for me. Night Watch could be countered a lot. So yeah, I guess second best bet, Evil Reptilian. Go with your gut, go with who you're comfortable with, and introduce that chaos, because Evil Reptilians, chaos. We need to see that chaos.
Yeah, I mean, another question we do have is, do these survivors know how to play these characters incredibly well? Because Etymologist, you do have to have decent knowledge on her and know her little tips and tricks. Just dropping down the bees, walking through them, recalling the bees before the hunter gets rid of the bees. Those are the little tricks that you need to know as an entomologist main. lawyer. You don't really need to know any tricks. You get to see the hunter the entire
the
time.
map.
So, yeah.
Just look at the map.
So
Decode.
not a lot of intricacies in the lawyer, but the journalist is a survivor that you have to really practice with the body blocks, with the rescues. So we'll see how well Panda does with the journalist, and the lucky guy is just no skill character.
And you need to wish properly. You need to feel lucky, because you could
Right.
just end up with a syringe. Ask for a bot, a mechanic bot, get a syringe. Ask for a flare gun, ooh, have a magic
Right.
wand.
You have to be
So-
lucky like Potch this
Ooh,
day 2. He was very
ooh,
lucky.
I feel the salt. I feel the salt in the wounds.
It's not over
Gummy.
yet. We have
What
2
do you
more days,
mean?
guys. It's not over.
What was
A
that? I got how
a
many points?
difference-
I got the hermit, and I got a +1 for the hermit being picked. And what? I got a wax artist and the night watch. I got two points. I got 4 points.
I believe that Potch made a secret deal with NTT
What?
to know his picks.
What do you mean? I made a deal with the wheel? Like, this is a wheel.
Yes, he is surprisingly getting all the hunter picks. So
I
you know,
programmed the
he
wheel
made a
to
deal with the tech behind the scenes.
Oh, now you're gonna bring in
All
our
right.
tech. I'm not gonna dox them, because they're my friends. Okay, it's not
Right,
my fault that I'm friendly to them, and they know where the wheel will land. It's
Exactly.
again, just take the L, Gummy. Take the L.
I will
It's
never.
good for you.
But we
it's
do
good for you.
have
Just
the
take the L.
Survivor spawn points to talk about.
Being humble looks good on you, Gummy. Just, like, just
Okay,
take it.
that's never gonna happen.
Just try it. Try it sometime, okay? Okay.
Interesting on the side of the lucky guy. He's spawning inside of hospital.
I think
We have
he
the
just
lawyer
wants to be
outside.
able to, lawyer. I guess lawyer just wants to be able to. Hunters towards
Mhm.
the lower left side. I think it doesn't matter when it comes to the lucky guy, or sorry, the mini blues lawyer, because he doesn't mind getting terror shocked.
That's right.
But we are gonna see NTT on the evil reptilian, folks.
Yes.
Yuki on the entomologist, Panda on that journalist, and Kuga inside the hospital is going to have time to wish away whatever he wants. I believe if the... Yeah.
Yeah.
In-game. There you go.
Yeah, it looks like the evil reptilian will be going after the entomologist first. She's already on her bees, trying to get more speed and getting inside of hospital. Now things are looking good for the side of the survivors. A very strong kiting area. We do see Peepers has been dropped down. This will force the entomologist to leave this area if she's slowed down, is able to throw down this pallet, and she's able to get away for now.
Yeah, so great start. Entomologist definitely wants to be in this area. However, though, used a lot of those bees, but still great kiting route here. Going to the birdcage. Now we'll just circle his way back. Yuki dropping down the pallet, forcing this to happen. This allows the survivors to actually decode in peace. Peeper's replaced, so we kind of know that NTT knows the routes that Yuki is going to take, but still conserving the bees. I think, Entomologist is going to use this bees to its full effect, while Cypher progress still looking a little slow, but we still haven't landed the first hit yet, so it's completely fine.
Yeah, Etymologist is buying so much time with the utilization of her bees, is able to make this window vault, and she's continuously keeping distance, but now the jumps are ready. He's able to close the distance. Oh, she flywheels and she avoids getting the hit. Is going to get the charge attack, but she was patient and was able to throw down this pallet.
Incredible kiting so far, baiting out the hit and now trying to go for no lethal crash, but still running into the bees. Now the entomologist utilized all the bees, might have to eat this hit. We're still in the hospital, it's still all good. Pallets were actually used, but right now 3 ciphers looking real healthy and about to be popped. Second one about to be popped, but we do see that the peeper is going to catch the entomologist over in this area and is going to get down in the corner.
Right, finally downing this entomologist for the first time. However, it does look like 3 cipher machine will be completed in the meantime. We have the 4th cipher machine already with progress, and we see Panda is waiting around the back of the hospital, getting ready for the rescue. Hunter is going to be throwing down more peepers so that he will be able to see if the survivor is approaching this chair, and he's making his way towards the lawyer and trying to stop that decoding by throwing down another peeper. We do see Sawyerin is now making his way towards the chair.
Yeah, Lucky Guy does have a flare gun, so this is going to have to be very careful. Can go for a lethal crash. Lucky Guy, though, able to actually get the rescue going. We're going to wait and pop that flare gun just to provide Entomologist enough time to gain some distance. But this evil reptilian saved up a lot of energy. Watch out for that lethal crash. Unable to get it. We're just going to get a regular hit. So able to actually pull away from the Cypher machine that was being worked on. Great job. Can go for another rescue. And now this is the time where Panda can come in.
Yeah, we do see that Panda, however, does have one in order, so if she does approach the chair, the hunter will know. Throwing down another peeper next to the entomologist. Gonna throw down a peeper here, so we do see survivors here. Hunter is able to get the hit onto Panda far away from the chair as she's making her way to the chair.
This is quite unfortunate. So now seems like NTT has finally got a foothold onto this match. Unfortunately, last effort's already going to be popped. The little bro trying to drop that pallet was unfortunately timed. And this last Cypher, not sure if it's going to make it in time before this last effort is done. Seems like NTT has his first survivor down and out with the entomologist.
Right, if he can just down one more survivor and eliminate one more survivor, we will be able to get that tie and move on to game 3. So he just needs to get one more survivor, but the Cypher machines have been popped. It is the end game 3 survivors. Hunter does have detention, so it's not over yet. He does see Panda. He's jumping towards that area, is going to go towards the opposite exit gate where he will be running into Lanmei.
Yep, Lucky Guy, and he has no items on him. Lucky Guy has to be very careful. Peeper's going to get dropped here, and Lanmei has to be careful in kiting out this area. One exit gate is already being moved. The dungeon is here. So if he's able to survive for as long as he can access that dungeon. So we're going to see if this is actually going to be the last stand for the survivors. The exit gate's about to open, and the dungeon's here, Gummy.
Yeah, all the peepers are being thrown down here to slow down this lawyer. If just a little bit jumping over the window, the lawyer's going all the way around the wall. Is he going to swing? The exit gate's not open. I mean, the dungeon is open and he's able to escape. And that's a 3-man escape for the side of the survivors.
Incredible survivability there, but NTT so close in getting down the lawyer. It was so close. I wanted to see that game number 3, but man, these survivors, they really did not pull back any punches. And it looked like it was going to be a tie. Detention, evil reptilian, and a lawyer having no items on him. It could have been a GG's there. At least we're going to see a game number 3, but this is no ordinary lawyer. There's no ordinary team. This is Sky we're talking about. COA certified, COA tested, and just like that, NTT was able to at least get one survivor eliminated, but that's a GG's. That's a survivor win for Sky's side on both first round and second round.
Yes, wonderful planning on the side of the survivors. We did see the Lucky Guy brought the perfume, utilized it for the time when the hunter used the stomp. He got rid of the damage, got the rescue with Ty Turner, and then utilized this gun. And we can see that the winner for the survivor side is going to be Sky.
Congratulations to Yuki, Mini Blue, Panda, and Kuga for their incredible performance. First round, the draft really went on their side, but I think round number 2 kind of solidified that, you know what, even if they go off meta, they can still let it rock and they're still able to make it work. Honestly, I think Yuki performing both well on the Postman and the Entomologist side. She's definitely up and coming MVP, or up running to be MVP in my eyes, at least.
Yeah, I mean, another thing to point out is, yes, they're very strong survivors, but they also had a very good comp every single time. They had very strong survivors in game 1. They had very balanced survivor. They weren't meta survivor, but they were very balanced, and that gave a very huge advantage to the survivor side. They definitely have the skill, but they also did have a lot of luck in the survivor picks on the wheel.
For sure, and that's what you need in the Demon King's arena. You need that luck and that skill, and it has to align. NTT did have some good picks, but I think the drafting or that wheel was just too survivor-sided for him to be able to get more than one survivor eliminated. Again, shoutouts to Team T1VN and shoutouts to NTT and ECK. Shoutouts to also the survivors of T1VN for giving us an amazing performance. The night, day number 2 and day number 1 go to Sky, Jaila, Yuki, Mini Blue, Panda, and Kuga.
Yeah, and another thing to note is the maps did favor the survivors quite a lot. A very small map, such as Red Church in the first match and the hospital in the second match. And it does look like we will be able to see the MVP real soon here. Who do you think it is going to be? It's going to be Yuki as the postman. Excellent job with the sending letters to your teammates in support, but also with the long kite against the hermit in the first match.
150 seconds based on the in-game statistics and also containment time in the previous match as the entomologist, 102 seconds. So that's triple digits on 2 games. So congratulations, Yuki. And yeah, you called it best. These survivor picks were definitely in the meta, and they definitely benefited from that. Again, in game number 2, it was kind of more balanced and not necessarily meta, but they still let it rock and let it work. So it just a lot of things aligned in this matchup. So congratulations to Team Sky making this whole lineup work, and shout out to T1VN for giving us an amazing performance up against Sky.
Right. Yeah, and in the end it could have been a tie, but we do have a postman that can send that dungeon letter. So is that how the survivors knew where the dungeon was going to be? So they prepared for the end game by sending the lawyer towards the dungeon and opening up that exit gate. So wonderful coordination and communication on the side of the survivors.
In round 2, the postman wasn't there.
Oh.
It was entomologists. Yeah, like they really just knew.
Right, they just knew.
They were really good at communicating, and it just aligned for them. Yeah. And you can kind of see also when he kind of switched his attention from, I think he was gonna chase lawyer first, and then he switched and he went to the center of the map. You can kind of see already, if you look back at the replay, that I think the lawyer was already rotating towards that dungeon area. So it just seems like the stars definitely aligned for Sky, but still, hopefully we have more of these type of games to feature different regions and different communities. Shout outs to T1VN for being great sports here, but it is Sky to take it 3-1 in match 1 and 2, and it's me to take it 2-0 up against Gummy in predictions. Haha.
Oh yeah, you got 4 points and I got 1 point, so you are ahead 3 points, but it's not the end. For us, we still have
it's the end of the night. It's the end of the night. You have to sit with this L, bro.
But it's not the end of this competition. We got new teams playing. We got new predictions that I will be making. Definitely will be getting all of them the next time around.
Oh, bring that energy, dude. Okay.
I'll never lose this energy. Even if I lose, this energy will continue. Until the next time we're co-casting.
All right, bro. Let's calm down here. Just it's luck, okay? It's luck. Jeez.
It's luck and calculation. Not everything is pure luck.
What do you mean, dude? It's a wheel. They spin it.
And yes, we have today's results out, and it was 1-3, 1-3, same point match difference for the first 2 games. Entity fought well against these Koa survivors. I wouldn't have been able to do much. They would have been getting 4-man escapes, so...
Yeah, again, shout outs to NTT for taking up the challenge and representing his team very well. I'd say, a really good effort when it came to the Hermit. It's a hard hunter to pilot. And I think he was, kind of getting a groove with the Evil Reptilian, but... Yeah, it was a very survivor-sided map, and entomologist in hospital is just really tough. The kiting routes is just really good, and it just nullifies the jump of Evil Reptilian when you're inside that hospital area. He did jump out of the window, which was fine, but he didn't really utilize any lethal crashes because majority of the time it was in that hospital area. So Sky just really played well. I think that's how things played out.
Yeah, Sky were able to get those meta survivors in round 2, but the meta hunters were unfortunately unavailable. So
yeah, you actually chose a lot of meta hunters, so that was quite unfortunate.
And they were never chosen. I mean, if we think about it, BQ could have possibly gotten that tie for him, or even an and, but none of these hunters were given to him as a choice. Unfortunately, so
your unlucky prediction actually made NTT not get those good hunters. So in theory, it's your fault, Gummy.
I thought you said the wheel was random.
But you're saying that But if we're going to luck and unluck, the fact that you chose that, like, ooh, the wheel's like, oh, Gummy chose this. Let's not. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Yeah, I think that's
I only get this. I only get this once. Okay, so let me enjoy this.
Okay.
I'm not used to this feeling. This proud feeling. I can actually like be proud of like, wow, I was able to accomplish something. Hooray!
Yeah, I'm happy for you, Poch. I really, really am.
Thank you. I can sense the sarcasm, but I don't care. Because I will take that.
Next time. We still have next time. Should we take a look at the chat?
Sure, go for it. Say what's up to everyone in chat. Again, thank you so much for being with us on this Saturday night and supporting your favorite teams. Really means a lot. I know there's a lot of people from NDT streams, so do send them your love and support for being a great sport in this game and giving us their all.
Oh, I just realized I can't pronounce any of these names on this chat, so should I try? Or should I just
go for it?
Okay, we have Tian Li in the chat chatting.
Shoutouts.
Thank you for the participation. We have Heiz.
Heiz actually said, "Oh, Gummy is still cute." So there you go.
Oh, you're cute too, buddy.
Oh,
okay. We do see Muon Blue Florian. Yes, and Tuan and Nguyen. Yes. I think that's the most I'll be calling out.
Lucas MC, shoutouts to you. Hopefully, all of you guys had enjoyed this week's edition of the IVA Challenge Mode Demon Kings Arena, day number 2. Gummy, any final thoughts before we wrap things up? What do you want to say?
It was very exciting to see all the players, and also being able to see non-meta picks has been quite interesting. And it was quite a lot of fun. I'm so glad to have been able to co-cast with you, Poch.
Same, and I wanted to see more games, but we will have more games come day number 3. So same time, same place, but we are going to switch up the teams, so do stay tuned to Nello Mello socials, just so you can stay up to date to see who your favorite teams will be playing the IVA Challenge Mode Demon Kings Arena. But with that being said, we want to wish you guys a good night. Keep playing Identity 5, and we'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.